discussion over there, but now let's go to the core of this town hall, the finance bill. And even before we start, I want to engage the audience. How many of us here have read the finance bill 2026? Yes? 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 All right, that is interesting. But when you look at it, public participation. All right, calm down. But then we look at it, in terms of public participation is going on. Public participation. All right, I beg that, we do respect the House rules that we set earlier on. We will respect each other and we will not heckle. Thank you so much. So now let's look at it. Public participation is ongoing, Bwana Waziri. And this finance bill, of course, has a lot of legal jargon that the common mwananchi cannot understand. So as you address the Kenyans today in this town hall, perhaps give us a summary. Break it down for us. Make it simple. Let's understand. What are the highlights and how different is it from the Finance Bill 2025?
Thank you very much. First of all, when I got into this position, I made a promise to the people of Kenya that we will be as transparent, open as possible, especially on issues finance bill, because I was coming into office when finance bill had just caused instability in the country. That is finance bill of 2024. And we lost it for the first time in the history of this country. And I think we, from the Treasury, have lived to that. We have been more open, transparent. We have communicated to Kenyan from the beginning. And I want us to understand that finance bill is not something that we just create at the Treasury and bring to the people. A lot of this, whatever we put in finance bill, come from Kenyans themselves. There is engagement. We make advertisement and we ask for opinion and views. So Kenyans bring their suggestions, and my team at the National Treasury put together those suggestions. And when the suggestions are put together, then they are given to me, and each and every amendment to the bill, I sign off. And so I own every bit of any provision in that bill. Now, so what have we done? Because of the history and because of the experience of 2024, we took a decision that we are not going to increase the tax rates for Kenyans, because Kenyans have complained, and justifiably so, that the taxes that are being levied on them is too much, especially on income tax and other taxes. And therefore, if you look at this bill is very remote, if not zero, on any increase in tax rates. It is more on administrative measures. We are more on making tax collection, making efficient tax collection. A lot of Kenyans out there who have more ability than those who are paying taxes are not paying taxes. So we are looking for those ones.
Yes.
We are looking, in a way, we are working on how to broaden the tax base. Broadening the tax base simply means bringing more Kenyans, more people to pay tax, so that those who are already paying taxes should not continue bearing the burden alone, but rather we reduce their burden and expand the tax base. So that is what this bill is doing. We have come up with many tax administrative measures, where we are targeting some personal income tax, who are people who are making money, but because they are not on payroll, they are not paying taxes. And there are many, and they are the ones who make huge amounts of money. We are also targeting people who are getting income and are just, in a way, the income is never seen. And even if they are seen, there is no legal framework to tax them. All those people we are bringing into the tax bracket. And the moment you bring those people into the tax bracket, you now have an opportunity to lower the tax rates. But I will tell you that this finance bill is not increasing the tax rates. I will go, I don't know whether this is the time you want me to demystify some of the mysteries.
Yes, we do have some of the myths. And of course, Brian Furaha, on the other end, is, had compiled a list of some of the proposals, and we would be tackling that. But